everyone, it's Paige and I'm going to be doing video journal 11. So to start off, I'm going to tell you about my best boss. So last winter, I worked for UPS as a seasonal personal vehicle driver. So for that position, the company brought a pod, like a storage pod to my neighborhood, and then each morning, the UPS driver would bring me all the packages from my neighborhood and the surrounding neighborhoods, and I was in charge of delivering those packages out of my car and golf cart. So I had multiple bosses. I had the UPS driver, I had the supervisor, and then I had the center manager. So I had a lot of people to report to, but they were the best boss because they were very helpful. Like if I needed anything, if I needed help, if I needed equipment, they would provide it for me just to be sure that I could get the job done. They also were super communicative, and that is so important. To me, that's one of the best attributes that a boss can have is good communication, because if you can't communicate, then things are just going to get mixed up and messed up. So that is really what just made them so awesome. And they were also, once they kind of saw that I could get the job done and that I was going to be a reliable worker, they loosened the reins a little bit and let me take more control. You know, they offered me if I wanted to work Saturdays for overtime, if I wanted to hop on the truck with the driver and help him out a little bit. Like, it was so awesome because we just worked together great. But my worst boss, that is the one who I can go on and on about. It was this past summer. I worked for Oriental Trading Company, and they recently acquired Morris Costumes in Charlotte. So me and then one other coworker started there to do the hiring for the warehouse during their peak season, which would be Halloween with the costumes. And that was a disaster. So me and my coworker, our boss was located in Nebraska. So with her being in Nebraska, there's a 1 hour time difference and also just like a huge communication error, which, like I said, that's super important to me. Well, with her being in Nebraska and the time difference, the only way for us to communicate was over Teams, email, or phone call. And so the boss had never seen our work setup. So she had no idea what equipment we're working with or anything, or like, she doesn't even know what the warehouse looks like. And she's trying to tell us what to do, how to do it, what equipment to use. And we kept telling her, like, we don't even have a printer. We don't even have a printer. We don't even have an office together. We don't even have a single phone line. It was just a disaster. And I think the biggest part of what made her a horrible boss was that she was very blaming, and she would put all of her issues on us because her boss, our boss's boss, was in Nebraska with her. So when her boss would come to her, she'd blame everything on me and my coworker, since we are out of sight, out of mind in North Carolina. So a lot of times she would message me and my coworker and say, hey, where's the information on this candidate or this new hire? And we're like, we sent that over a week ago. We sent it over. We have a copy. We have the proof that we sent it. That's on y'all. But it never worked out, and she ended up just blaming us for everything. And I'm not just saying it was our fault because they were blaming us. It really wasn't our fault. Me and my coworker, I've never quit a job until then. I told him, I can't do this anymore. I can't. She was that bad.